Strobe pots. What is the #1 problem with strobe pots? Well, if you're to ask any pyrotechnician, they may say that, well, you're limited on colors. For example, this one is silver. There's white, red, and maybe green, maybe. Colors are really hard to come by in the strobing effect in general in fireworks. And strobe pots, well, you're really limited. What do a lot of people do to solve this problem? Well, they often try to use a 5-gallon bucket that's a solid color to place over top of them. And a lot of times you have to use 2 or 3 strobe pots to really get that bucket to glow that color. Well, the problem is it doesn't work still that great. So what I came up with are these things that you can see back here. I 3D modeled them, I designed them, and hopefully these will work and be a solution and an answer to the problem we are having. Now, I printed these in PLA plus filament for now. I did test them. I did a friction test. These fit in here pretty well. There's a little bit of wiggle room here, and I left some notches so that the wire coming down off of here, this can actually fit up inside of there. It has plenty of room to fit. There is a stop also that I put in there so that they'll sit right about there. So one, you can obviously not risk these falling up into the bulb, but 2, it allows you then to grab them out after they're used. So yeah, we're gonna go out. I'm gonna test these. It has a pretty thin wall up here. It's about 1 millimeter thick, so that's kind of nice. But I have a few strobe pots and have some of these things. Hopefully they work. After I test them, I'm gonna come back in here, kind of show you guys what they look like after a single test. I do have a full 100 case of strobe pots. So later on, I'll do some more rigorous testing, maybe give an update video on that after I, do 5 or 6 or 7 strobe pots in a single one of these. Granted that they don't melt or catch on fire. So we got the Cobra, as you can see. We're gonna take that out. I'm gonna take out the fire extinguisher. And we're gonna test this and see what happens. So let's go outside for the demo, guys. All right, guys, so we're out here in the field. I've got the Cobra ready to go. I'm gonna arm it here. Give it just a second. All right, we are armed and ready to go. The first one I'm gonna do, I believe it's the green one. I'm gonna fire it, see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Well, that definitely did not work. For starters, it's shooting a flame out of the top of it. You can't really see the color. So that kind of sucks. Let's go do #2 just for poops and giggles. This is the blue one. Oh. It caught on fire and burned. Well, hang on, guys. We're gonna have to disarm this. Looks like it caught on fire. That's a shame. I'm gonna go over here and check this. It burned. Well, that's a bummer. It completely melted it to nothing. Well, that sucks. Epic fail on that part. Okay. Well, that obviously didn't work. So, I guess I'm not gonna do the rest of them. Yeah. Well, we tried. You know what? For poops and giggles, just because I think it'll be funny, let's do the other ones. Oh, now see, that one works. There's the orange one and the yellow one. They kind of work. Maybe not. They're gonna catch on fire too. Well, for whatever reason, our blue one did not ignite. I suspect a faulty E-match. As soon as that one goes out, we're gonna disarm the Cobra. That one's really burning. That one's on fire. All right, well, I'm gonna disarm the Cobra. I'm gonna run up here and put this one out. That one's clearly flaming. Yeah, that one's got fire. Fire, we got fire. Well, that's a bummer. Oh well. Well, we'll go back inside and we'll look at the damage, and yeah, I guess we're gonna have to come up with a better solution because these things clearly caught on fire and melted. All right, I'll see you back inside. All right, so as you guys can see, these things were a massive, epic failure. I mean, look at these blobs of just molten, disgusting plastic. I guess I wasn't expecting them to put out as big of a flame as they did. Obviously, plastic isn't super heat resistant, so it did warp them pretty badly. Yeah, so these are gonna have to go straight to the trash, unfortunately, but yeah, that was an epic failure. So final thoughts, well, obviously that's not gonna work. So it's back to the drawing board to figure out what's next, because this design was clearly a failure. If you guys got any suggestions, what you think might be a better solution, let me know. But yeah, these clearly did not work.